if I was a client, these are the things that I would be asking. My name is Lance Ingram, founder of Waterloo Turf, and today we're going to flip the script a little bit and talk about, as a client, what you should be asking of your turf installer when you're meeting them for an estimate. First off, how long have you been in business? I want to know, have you been around for a month, or are you a certified turf installer that's been around for quite some time? And then to piggyback off of that, I would be asking for referrals. I'd be asking for photos. I'd be asking for content of installs that they've completed, but also during the install process. This will show that this company really invests in the time and the care to educate their clients on what they do as a business, and that they care about it too. So I would want to know those things first off. And then after that, I'd be asking them more of the nitty-gritty things. What do you use for your base material? Why do you use that? What turf product do you use, and why do you use that? Do you work with the same turf installer on every single job, or do y'all flip turf installers depending on the job? Because to me, that's a big question that I would want to know, because it's going to show consistency of the work. The work that I saw in my friend Stacy's yard, I want to make sure that my yard is going to be installed with the same turf installers to get that same quality of work, because there are a lot of turf companies that will just take random crews and throw them on job sites, and the consistency is kind of a little bit of a grab bag. The other questions I'd want to know is, how long is this going to take? When can I get on schedule? What should I be expecting if I do go with you? When are you going to show up? What's the process going to look like from start to finish? Another thing I'd be asking about is warranty. So this doesn't just mean on the actual install process itself, but on the turf product as well. So I would want to know the warranty on both of those things, because they are typically separate. And then one more thing I would typically want to ask about is maintenance. So what is maintenance after the turf is installed? Is there something that you offer through your company that can maintenance my turf if I want it? So that's where, for Waterloo, that's why we offer the Fresh and Clean program, because we did have a lot of clients in the past reach out to us about maintaining their yard. And previously, we just didn't have the capability to do it. But now with the Fresh and Clean Turf program, we can maintenance their yard. So that's one extra add-on that I would want to know about. And lastly, I would say just do your due diligence, do your research, do your homework, go on socials, Instagram, YouTube, see the work that's been put out by that turf company. Are they active? Are they continuing to put content online, or are you seeing gaps in their content where maybe it's one project from 4 months ago and then 4 months later a new post? Or is it weekly? Is it daily? Another thing I would look into is the reviews. Reviews matter. It's, there's so much I can tell you as the turf pro to try to convince you to go with us, but the reviews and words of other people, past clients, actually mean a lot more. So I would make sure you go in and do your homework on that end. And then lastly, when it comes to pricing, with turf, it is very much a buy cheap, buy twice industry. So just because someone comes in with a lower price doesn't mean the quality of work, the quality of product is going to be matched. And so it is worth doing your due diligence. Sometimes going a little bit more expensive than the lowest bidder is worth it, because again, if you go with the lowest bidder, you run the risk of buying cheap, buying twice, having that other turf company have to come in after the fact and repair the work of the team that came in and did it the first time with low quality work, low quality installers, and low quality product. All that to say, when you're going and getting your estimates for a turf project, I would run through this list, make sure that they all get answered satisfactorily, that you have peace about all of them, and you go with what you believe is the highest quality artificial turf installer in your area.